EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Arizona Cardinals. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Glendale. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. Room here to run. And he'll get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards to the first.
Well, you're going to have to say they called the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. On the move past the 40. Look at the big fella go. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. For a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. There's Murray. Finding Ertz again. Touchdown! Zach Ertz! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cards march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That was one that I kind of saw coming, Charlie. A free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and his just saw that ball go in the air. He jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
From the 41, Murray, he'll buy some time right toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 18 on the play.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drills, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Connor up the middle. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Connor. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, a give to Connor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it with Connor. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Moore, the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Murray keeps it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Hey, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play.
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. This goes out wide for Drake. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, get over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover.
And this is taken in at the 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. They want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well. Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. And And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Murray. That's caught right side by Anderson. A little juke. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Murray now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, he saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles. And for the first play, they give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
I know we should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Now Prater to add the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over first down at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
It's a gain of 45 yards.
From midfield now, here's Jackson.
And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson buying time to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 46 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, What changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy.
Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack. But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing now is Murray. Ertz over the middle. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals take a 3-touchdown lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Prater for the extra point. The lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And for the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're
touchdown. Zach Ertz, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Connor going to try and run it.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I didn't.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That kick return falls 1 yard short of the all-time mark as it goes down as a 108-yard return. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Murray off play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Looking to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defensive coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Cardinals take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Connor going to get it again on second down. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on third down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run behind center with Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing to Connor on the check down. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Murray again, going deep for Hopkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run here with Connor. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover